Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M53, M55, the Tier 9 American SPG. This one's on the south spawn of Serene Coast under command of 73 North of WTWW. Game on! Well, Tier 10 game with Tier 8 tanks in it, so he's middle tier. And he's got a T92 HMC as a teammate. Now it's a 203mm 8-inch howitzer. It's capable of doing 900 alpha, 52mm pin, 10.5 meters on burst radius, between 12.5 and 28 seconds of stun. And he's slowly reversing into place. This thing goes 14 kilometers an hour in reverse. Sometimes I think just prefer to turn it around, get to the spot where I want to go, and then turn it around again. It's actually quite quicker sometimes to do that. Okay, he's expecting the enemy Arty to go into the usual positions at the back of the cap area. In fact, I would have said a little further over to the left, because that's where that little dip is. But we didn't see any tracer, and we should have seen a tracer. The enemy has turned up in the northwest corner of the map, and that's usually a good sign because that means that you can get some damage on the enemy. Oh, he hit something. Somebody was there, and he just got a direct hit. Well, he knocked the tree down, but I think the fact that the T92 fired a moment afterwards, if anybody was looking, they'd see the tracer and think, ah, there's definitely an Arty there. So somebody got hit. The question is, who got hit over in this area? He's still moving. His rescue is bouncing all over the place, and that's usually a sign that you're on the move. Oh, a tree just went down there. Just saw a tree go down in the background, so somebody just knocked that tree down. This is the first replay that we've featured from the 1.27.1 client, so it may have some changes in the map. We just have to wait and see what we come across. Most of the maps have some change or other. That was a huge hit there. I think the T92 just got an absolute whopper of a hit on somebody, because somebody just lost 1,200 hit points. It looked like 1,270. And we got the stun assist off it as well. So, massive stun assist, another direct hit. 243 on the Object 430U. Unfortunately, he got rid of the stun very, very quickly, so we're not going to get any more of that one. That 252U's got a Waffenträger behind him, so he's kind of safe. But this Conceiver, that's a new tank, he's not safe. In fact, he's very unsafe because he's side onto us. Rounds out. Direct hit, tracks him, 338, and he hasn't got rid of the stun, and we're already picking up stun assist. So he's probably going to go down next shot, especially if that's the Leopard. The Leopard's getting behind him. That's one. Unfortunately, we lost the teammate. The Conceiver did go down in the end, but it went down to the T32. Going back to the corner, an ISU 152 and a Kunstpanzer in there, and a Doom Turtle as well. We can't see the Doom Turtle, in fact, we can't see any of them at the moment because nobody's spotting. But there's the Kunstpanzer. Little rescue blue. Oh, the Kunstpanzer took a big hit from the XM. And we fired that one in and looked away immediately after we fired, so we don't get to see if he actually did hit the target or not. Yes, remember what we say, always watch what happens to the shell. Don't look away, because if you do, then it ruins the game for other people who want to see the damage done to the enemy. And if they don't see the damage, then there's no point in doing the replay, is there? Okay, T95, rounds out, going for the foredeck. And well, immediately got some stun assist on that one, 318 hit points, and then a whopping great hit for 450. I suspect that may have come from the Leopard. There he is. He's still alive. You can see where the shell landed. It actually landed against the weak spot, funnily enough. That hatch on the other side of the vehicle. Waiting for him to come through the gap. He's coming through. Here he is. Lines up the shot. Rounds out. Direct hit stops him in his tracks. Enables the leopard to get behind him and do a proctology exam. Oh, that was unfortunate. We didn't see the Minotauro coming in from our right, and he managed to get the kill on us. Yes, unfortunately, our teammates on the peninsula just weren't able to get any damage or stop the enemy from pushing in, rather. And now we're out of the game. The T-92's out of the game. In fact, there's only 4 left on our team, and 6 left on the enemy team. Well, we're not watching what's going on elsewhere. Does always help if somebody can actually switch over to the nearest friendly tank. Or we can always go to Recam and see if we can watch the game there. Well, the Minotauro is going after the XM57. Should be able to get him with 1 shot. Oh, he missed. We got him the second time. Okay, we just lost our T-32. The last remaining teammate is actually the Leopard, and he's over next to the enemy cap area. And I don't think he's going to cap. We're zooming over there for the action. He'll probably put up a defensive fight in this little area here. In fact, the enemy Leopard is on the way in. We're watching the battle from well above. It's a pity, and he's got wiped out. So that's the end of the game. And he was killed by the enemy Arty, the Batchat 155-58. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the first mark of excellence for 73 north of WTWW in the M53 M55. He managed to get his bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in that game. He actually ended up getting, showing 4, but he must have got 5 to get the medal. And he also got a win rate of 1,214, but he was there way too soon, and so wasn't able to get a full amount of damage off on the enemy. Let's have a look at team score. Well, we can see the maximum damage in the game turned out to be the Object 430U on the enemy team. He picked up a high caliber and steel wall for 5,732. Second highest, the Minotauro, managed 4,112. And the third highest, well, that turned out to be the XM57 with 3,611. When it came to kills, we can see the highest number was 5 by the Minotauro. 4 kills went to the T-32 and 3 kills went to our XM57. And when it came to base XP, it was the Object 430U with 1,020, followed by the Minotauro with 983, and the SU-130 PM on the enemy team got 761. We can see here 73 North got 1,696 hit points of damage, no kills, and 413 XP out of it. So I'm afraid, yes, wasn't great result, but at least he got the first mark. He fired only 7 shots, 5 direct hits, 7 splashes, 1,696, all of it at more than 300 meters. Received 1 hit from the enemy. It was penetration and killed him. That was the Minotauro. 4 enemy vehicles were damaged. None were killed, but he got 819 hit points of damage resistance and 2,855 hit points of stun assist of 7 stuns. On a premium account, he actually made a loss on this game, but only a small one, 162 credits loss. And he also took away 619 experience points as well. But sadly, yes, it was a defeat. Anyway, he did send us in another replay. just to show that this was actually a fluke. He actually wanted to show us this one to say, yeah, I've got my first mark, and this was the replay that it happened in. I think it was very poor by his teammates who were watching the Peninsula, the Waffenträger and the Object 252U. They were the ones who were trying to hold the enemy back, but apparently we didn't actually keep watching at the minimap to see that they were coming. And if we had actually done that, we might have moved, but we didn't. Anyway, let's have a look at the second replay. The second replay is on the north spawn of Steppes. Game on. Now there he's got the first mark showing on the side, as well as an ace tanker marker as well. Okay, he's ready to go. He's got a bit of cover here. He can use those wagons, stops any light tanks from seeing him. They might see the tracer though, that's the only problem. Okay. Nothing in sight yet, but our 277 should spot somebody very shortly. A lot of players have been saying that they've had some dreadful games over the past couple of weeks since the holiday ops ended. I think that may be down to the fact that all the players who are really bad have actually finished. Oh, we got two with one shot there. Yes, once the players who are really bad have gone away, the standard will go really high, which means all of a sudden you'll be playing against people who know what they're doing, and that might ruin some of the games. But some have noticed as well, it's not just the fact that the games are bad, it's just that the shells are not going where they're supposed to go. And you don't really get that, which is 4 enemy tanks crowded together. Unfortunately, the shell went right through the middle of them and exploded on the other side, so all he got was stun. But he is picking up stun assist, so that's good. He's already up to 1,800 on stun assist. That's very good. Well, those guys are crowding each other out, which is just making it more difficult because they're more than likely going to get hit. And rounds out straight away. That time he did hit something. In fact, he killed the Emil too, but I think he actually killed it with splash, because it appeared the shell actually hit the tank in front of the Emil. May have been the Conqueror that it hit, and the Emil just happened to be in the firing line. So I think his figures are a little out now, because obviously he's hit something that was a blind hit. We're going for the 430, rounds out on his engine deck, and he's out the game as well. So 2 kills. This Arty does have a lovely wide arc of fire, 30 degrees either side of the center line, thanks to the turret. It's a pattern tank with a huge turret turning 60 degrees. Though I rather think that when they do line it up on the target, they probably didn't have to turn the turret that much, because the recoil would normally be to the rear of the vehicle, and it would be putting all the pressure of that shot into the ground. I think that may have been more of a speculative shot. The E-50 is not likely to get through our teammates because there's so many of them there. We're 5 up on the enemy at the moment. Only lost 1 tank so far. And in fact, our team are now streaming through towards the enemy cap. We're waiting for the first sightings. There's one. Unis. That's an AFK. And it's a splash as well. Looks like a lot of people are harvesting the hit points off that one. And he's already up to 3,500 stun assists. So it could be a huge game. 4,200 stun assists. So it could be an ace tanker game already. Gorilla 15, very vulnerable, no armor. He's trying to get into cover, but he's now been tracked. And we're loaded. Rounds out. Oh! And yes, it would be very, very accurate after we fire. There's the other Arty. And he doesn't live very long either. There's only 3 enemy left. One of them's an Arty. And I think he's up on the heights already. The Unis and the Object 4 140 are the others. And that one's gone. And that means now there's only the T92 HMC left. And we're guessing that he's behind that rock there. Rounds out. Oh, that was a direct hit! No explosion, and you can see he was left on just 10 hit points. So a massive score as the end of the game for 73 North. Well, that certainly makes up for the last game, doesn't it? That was an ace tanker game for 73 North of WTWW in the M53, M55. He also got a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this game. He managed to get 7. And his win rate from this one, 2,680, which is Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. We didn't get the highest damage either. In this game, the Object 277 got 3,970, followed by the Viz55 getting 3,492. And the third place, well, that was the M55, who managed to get a Pascucci's medal and 2,842 hit points of damage. We can see that 73 North got 2,258, and in fact he wasn't beaten by anyone on the enemy team, which means he is definitely in 6th place overall on damage. When it came to kills, we can see the M managed to get 3 kills. 2 kills went to 73 North and the Batchat 25T AP, and only the Object 140 on the enemy team managed to get 2 kills. So we're in joint 2nd place. And the Batchat 25T AP, by the way, he got a Leather Slayers medal out of that game. And yet there's the Steel Wall for the Object 277. And when it came to base XP, it's 73 North. He's the bonus of that one, beneficial of that one. 1,108 base experience points and 1,002 went to the Object 277. They were the only 2 players who managed to make it over 1,000 base in the game. So he got the top in the top position in base XP, 2nd place in kills, and 6th place when it comes to damage. He fired only 8 shots in that game, but he really did pick the right targets because he earned a huge amount of damage, stun assist rather. 4 direct hits on the enemy, none of them penetrated though. 13 splashes, damage of 2,258, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 2, so missed out on getting a Confederate. And he also got 4,234 hit points of stun assist off 11 stuns, and that's where the ace tanker came from. This time round, he earned 28,379 credits on a premium account and 1,662 experience points out of this one as well. And both these battles took place on the same day. I think it was on the 16th. Just check that. Yes, they both took place on the 16th. In fact, they were consecutive battles. So one battle he ends up with his first mark of excellence. The next battle, he ends up with an ace tanker. One a loss, the other one a win. Yeah, I suppose he's definitely got his mojo back. I hope you enjoyed both those 3 plays. If you did, please give this video a like, and thank you for watching.